Hi, budget girls and guys. So I am doing this video absolutely flabbergasted because just about 32 hours ago I downloaded a video or uploaded a video asking for your questions for a celebration of me getting 5,000 of you wonderful, beautiful, talented, intelligent subscribers. Now, I've only done one question video before and I got about 15 questions. And that was great. I was excited about those. But this time, ladies and gentlemen, in less than 2 days, y'all sent me 6 full pages of questions. So, you obviously have questions for me. And that is very exciting, and I cannot wait to answer them all. However, and this is size 10 font, by the way, single-spaced. I obviously cannot answer all of these questions in one video. So, here's my proposal. What would you guys think of a weekly or every 2 weeks question video where y'all can ask me finance questions, personal questions, anything you'd like? I think it might be a way to keep the comments under control, because this would be a 4-hour video. That's all there is to it. And I don't know about you, but I'm very tired. I'd pass out before I finished a 4-hour video, and I don't think all of you would watch it. Though, some of you might. Some of you might. Some of my favorite YouTubers, I could watch them, like, eat peanuts for 4 hours. Like, just, Jackie and Chris could just be, like, have a bag of popcorn between them and just, like, not saying anything. I'd watch them. They're just that interesting. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm totally going to answer all these questions. I am going to answer a selection of these questions in this video, and pretty much every Friday until I finish them all. If you want to ask me another question, put it below this video. If you have already asked your question, I have it. I promise. I read every single comment and I try to respond to everyone, unless you guys ask a question for this video, in which case I've had to sit on my answers so I could tell you in a video. That was probably too much explanation. Anyway, if I do not answer your question here tonight, look for it in next Friday's video. And if we run out of questions, we run out of questions and I'll stop doing them. If you guys keep having questions, I'll keep doing them. Does that sound okay? Probably go up on Fridays. Let's call them like Financial Fridays and steal Gazelle Intense. Well, we won't say Freedom. They haven't trademarked that. I love them. They don't care. Alright, so question numero. I separated these into categories, by the way, in case you were wondering. There's one full page of questions about Rory, apparently the most adorable dog on the planet. I love how much you guys love her because I love her so much. And I can see her. She's sleeping on my pillow right now. She's drooling on my pillow. Her butt's on my pillow too. That's 2.5 pages about personal stuff, and then 2.5 pages about financial questions. So let's take a smattering from all of them. What you think? Alrighty. Number 1 from DD13, and a couple of people asked this question, is she wants to know if I'm a Gilmore Girls fan, and because she thinks that's where I got Rory's name. She is correct. That and Doctor Who. And then Trisha Barrett, who I recognize the name, she comments a lot, asked how I came up with Rory's name. I watched a lot of Gilmore Girls and Doctor Who, and she is a mountain cur. She asked what type of dog she is. Alright? And the Lady Di 35 also asked what type of dog she is. And she is a mountain cur, which is traditionally a dog used for country hunting. And they're very fast and they can tree small game, and that's what they were generally used for. So, alrighty. Wanda Jones, under the life category, asked me, what do I do for fun? Everything is so expensive. Guess what's not expensive? YouTube. I have always been of the mindset that you should always have something going on outside of work or school or whatever the main thing is that you're doing. And it should be something where you're learning something or creating something or just furthering yourself in some way. And I've done that before with Taekwondo. I became a certified scuba diver. I did pottery for a little bit. I did roller derby for a couple of years. I have tried a lot of things because I have a lot of interest, and I don't just flip between hobby. I usually invest a couple of years in something, and recently that's been YouTube. And in no small part of that is that this is an inexpensive hobby. Watching YouTube videos and making YouTube videos is not something that costs me really anything. And it's actually become a way for me to make a little bit of money if you watch my debt reports, and I actually earn a little bit of an income from YouTube. So this is my hobby. I work a lot of hours. I come home and I film these videos. I worked 18 hours today. It was press day. So when I'm done with this, the only reason I'm still dressed right now is because I knew I needed to film this video. So as soon as I'm done with this, bed. It's right there. I can see it. Okay, so that's what I do because everything is so expensive. I am considering starting to take jiu-jitsu, which is a word that I have a very hard time pronouncing. Oh, I've also like trained for 5Ks before and stuff like that. It's not fun. I'm considering taking jiu-jitsu. A coworker of mine, her husband has a studio, and it's only $25 a month to take the classes. So I'm considering incorporating that into my budget. I'm still on kind of a trial period, though. I'm gonna see if I like it or not. It's just what I need is to learn to be more violent. All right, Jamie Kin719 asked, what do I do for a living? I am the editor of a small weekly newspaper. So I write stories and I take photos, and I have one employee under me who's a reporter, and I've been a reporter myself before. So we put together a usually 20 to 26 page newspaper every week on Wednesdays, which is why I'm so tired on Wednesdays. It's a lot of fun. We cover a town of 6,000 people or so. So yeah, there you go. Dauberdee says, hey budget girl, you're cute and I like your personality. Thank you. You're fun to watch. Thank you again. How do we enter the giveaway? Keep the pants on. That's coming on Friday. or Saturday. I'm sorry. Saturday is when I will have the giveaway, because I'm going to post this video Friday. So all the instructions on how to enter the giveaway will be there that day. Don't worry, you're not going to miss out. And I'm very excited about that. My first giveaway. And she also said, what happened to the curtains that were donated to you? Those are sitting in my spare room right now. I have a plan for them. They did not work out for the first two things that I intended for them to do, but I have a plan C. And that's coming as soon as I have a weekend with a little bit of free time. So I will get back to you on that. All right. Julie with the Passion says, so happy for you with 5,000 plus subs. Yay, me too. Since I'm your Starkville, Columbus, Golden Triangle connection, I lived there for quite a while. I'd like to ask you what your favorite place to eat out was while you were in college at the W. One of mine was Little Dewey in Starkville. I'm well familiar with Little Dewey, but I was never a big barbecue head. So my favorite spots were Mi Toro, best Mexican restaurant I've ever been at. I miss their cheese dip and rice daily. It's something I have to deal with. And Umi's, also in Columbus, excellent and not very expensive at all. Sushi, that is where I learned to actually like sushi, and is everything I compare any other sushi against. Once again, I really need to go back to Columbus and try some food again. 1 year for homecoming. 1 year for homecoming when the rest of the girls can go. All right. Danime 3. What are a few line items from your bucket list? Okay, I've been thinking about this today. I have always wanted to go swimming with the manatees because I think sea cows are the coolest thing on the planet. And I want to become best friends with one, and we'll just swim all the time. And yeah, I want to go down to Florida and swim with the manatees and befriend them. Like I need to befriend every dog I come across. And also, I want to go on a cruise. There's a plan to do that. in the not too future with some friends from college. I'm very excited. I've never been out of the country, and that's another one. I've never been out of the country. I feel so uncultured. I want to travel and I want to explore, but I want to do it when I'm in a better financial position too. So, yeah, I enjoy thinking of stuff like that in the future. I was actually watching YouTube videos earlier today while I was laying out the paper on like what to pack for a cruise and money saving tips for a cruise, even though that's not going to happen for, you know, at least another year or two. So that's how I keep myself kind of motivated, is by thinking of things I'll be able to do in the future when I'm in a better financial position. All right. Kansas Farm Wife 1 said, how are you finding small town life so far? Small town life is weird. The Walgreens is not open 24 hours a day. The phone numbers only have 4 numbers here because everyone has the same first 3 numbers. If you ask someone what their phone number is, they'll be like 1403. That's weird. And it's a little cliquish. But I know there are good people here, and I've met some really good people here. Professionally, at least, the town has embraced me, which is very nice. It's coming along. I think it's going to take a little bit longer to kind of break in here and really develop relationships than it would in a bigger city where there are more people and more kind of transient people. Not a lot of people leave Mena. Not a lot of people move to Mena. So when you meet someone like their grandparents and their great-grandparents knew the grandparents and great-grandparents of their friends they knew growing up. It's interesting. I have not done that before. All right. Shanna Marzi asked, what is my favorite Thanksgiving food and what is my favorite tradition / part of Christmas / movie? I very much enjoy A Christmas Story. And I like watching that with my brother and sister-in-law, since they have the thing where they run it for like 24 hours every year on ABC Family. It's kind of the quintessential movie. I enjoy that. My favorite Thanksgiving food is potatoes. It's not potatoes. I like potatoes. I shared a picture recently on Facebook where there was this like crazy old gray-haired woman kayaking down like a big potato mountain on gravy, and she's pretty much my spirit animal. And Beth makes the best potatoes in the world. I rival anybody. All right. And my favorite Christmas tradition, I've always kind of enjoyed opening stockings in the morning. In my family, we've always done, you do one present like the night before, and then in the morning you open stockings, and you eat, and you kind of mill around, and kind of late in the afternoon you open your regular presents. Excuse me. And when I was a kid, that waiting period between stockings and real presents was like the longest time in the universe. But now I kind of enjoy it. I don't know. Maturity or adulting or something. Alrighty. E-Family asks, we've moved on to financial from Rory and personal, which means we're on page 2.5, and we're at 1350. Oh God. Alright. E-Family asks, do you ever find it difficult to share such personal information, finances, with strangers on the internet? And what, if anything, helped you to get over that? Example, in some families, talking about money matters with friends, family, or strangers would be taboo. Totally get that. It's never made sense to my brain. I am very much the open book type. I like to lay it all out on the table. I like to know what you're working with, what I'm working with, and, let's get stuff done. And so when I decided to start vlogging, there wasn't another thought in my mind. I know a lot of people don't talk about their incomes, and that's nothing against them. I completely understand the reasons why you do that. But it felt like there was a disconnect between me and them, and me understanding their journey if I didn't know how much money they were making. If I could see, we paid off $3,000 this month, I'm like, okay, but what'd you take home? Like, that's really awesome. Good for you. But there's a difference if you took home $6,000 or if you took home $4,000. Like, a big part of me when kind of trying to relate to other people when it comes to money stuff is knowing kind of what they're working with. And it's very inspiring to see someone living on like a $1,500 income like I did for so long and managing to put $800, $900, $1,000 towards debt by doing extra stuff. Or you know, when you can see the margins there, it can be ridiculously inspiring. So I thought it was important. And I thought it was important for me to be open and honest with you guys about what resources I have and what debt I'm dealing with. It was never an option. It was honestly more work for me to think about not disclosing that than it was to disclose. So I will always tell you what my income is. I will always tell you what I am working with, what my debt level is, what my income level is. I think that's important for us to kind of inspire each other, is to know where we're coming from. So that's why I do that. The only tips I have for that is, if you want them to show you theirs, you might have to show yours in a financial sense. And I've been a little burned by that. I've had people ask me questions about finances, and then I'll completely lay it out on the table for them. And then when they ask me for advice or I need to know something about them, they're kind of like, oh, I don't really want to tell you. I'm like, oh, I can't really help you. I mean, that was mean, but gist of it. I can't. Alrighty. I think that whole been awake for like 30 hours is starting to kick in a little. Alright. Jekka PV says, if you need to pay for a parent's funeral due to a terminal illness, I'm so sorry. Do you A, take out of a 401k, B, use your work bonus money instead of buying a cash vehicle so you can get out of a finance one, or C, try to save now and hope to have enough time to pay for it. Average cost is $6,000. First of all, I'm so sorry. I know what it's like to lose a parent. It's incredibly difficult, and to have to worry about money things on top of that is just, it's just hard. But do not take money out of your 401k. Absolutely not. Don't. The penalties are ridiculous. You're completely robbing yourself of so much money in the future. Especially a cost like $6,000. I mean, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future. So I would choose a combo B and C. If you've got work bonus money coming and you were planning to buy a cash vehicle so you could get out of a financed one, I would maybe put that plan off just a little bit and use your work bonus money and try to save cash now to have ready for that funeral. And I commend you so much for trying to plan ahead for this when you're dealing with a parent with a terminal illness. That's incredibly hard. And I'm so proud of you for thinking ahead about that and how to pay for that. So, yeah, you may have to keep the finance vehicle just a little bit longer so that you have that cash on hand to pay for the funeral, and then you can save up or use your next work bonus to get out of the finance vehicle and pay for a new car. So, my heart. Alrighty. Our life on a budget. Hey guys. Asked, do any of your friends follow this debt-free living thing, or is it as hard as I would imagine, being a single 20-something in a debt-free world? Well, I don't think you trying to be in a debt-free world is what I think you meant. That's why I started YouTube, because none of my friends were on this train, and I needed support. I have friends that I've made so many budgets for friends that never got followed through on. You can't force someone to do a budget. It's something that I learned the hard way. I needed people that were bought into this plan. I don't know anyone like that. Like, not in real life, not in person, that I met, not through here. I have friends that try to be responsible with their finances, but they aren't on the Dave plan, and they're not in the same situation as me. My best friend Jamie and her husband Mike are excellent with money, and they don't do the day plan, and they don't really need to do the day plan because they're great with money and they've got their stuff figured out. It's not an issue, but at the same time, because our income levels are a little different, and by a little I mean a lot, I can't really. She doesn't get what I'm going through. I mean, she tries obviously, and she's incredibly supportive. I love her. Hey Jay, and. But I needed people that were kind of plugging away at this with me, and I don't have anyone like that. So that's where you guys come in. Thank you. Thank you for being my internet accountability partners. But yeah, that is kind of hard sometimes, especially when people want to like go out and do expensive things, and I'm like, ooh, tell me 2 months ahead of time, and I'll budget for it. Or just, sorry, can't go. Can we, do something else instead? So, but on the upside, all of my friends in Hammond were always totally 1000% cool with that answer. And they would come over to my house and we would hang out and play board games, and we would do things that didn't cost any money. I'd cook dinner and they'd bring food and we'd do stuff like that. And it was never an issue of, we're excluding you because you're broke. Because we're all broke. You're trying to get out of being broke, and we're more okay with it for right now. So, all right. Barefoot Izzy asks, I quit my job at the end of September. It works for our family. I have the option to get my doula certification. Should I wait to be totally debt-free, March 2016, or do it now? Well, being a doula is very cool. I actually know what that is. It's kind of like a midwife, someone that helps you prepare for birth, I hope. Or else I just got that wrong on the internet. I understand that can be kind of a side gig for you. People pay for doulas. So what I would suggest that you do is start sinking funding that. Start saving money for that now, while you're still paying off debt. Don't completely halt paying off debt to get your doula certification, but certainly don't charge it. But I also don't think you have to wait until you're debt-free to start this new career for yourself. So look within your budget and see where you could maybe cut a little bit. And even if you have to cut back on debt, pay off just a little bit in order to cash fund the certification, that's okay. Just don't charge it. And I don't think you're going to do that. But just for anyone else listening, don't charge your education. Believe me, I think you can probably do this while you're still getting out of debt, and it might even help you get out of debt faster if you can get your certification, pay in cash, and then start putting the money that you earn from doing that towards your debt snowball. So good luck becoming a doula. That sounds very exciting. Jessica Maud 42 says she is currently a high school senior. That's very exciting. And has a part-time job making just over minimum wage. My expenses are gas, however, I will need to pay for college in the fall. My question is, do you have any advice that I can use now to have the least amount of student loan debt later, and how much I should keep in my savings account before I have to take out a loan? Jessica, I am so proud of you for looking forward to your future like this and wanting to save and pay money for your degree. And I get to tell you, I'm very excited to do this. You can do this, most likely without taking out any student loans. You've got a little bit of time before fall hits, and I'm assuming next fall, because it's like winter, fall now, and you asked this a day ago. So you've got almost a year to get this done, at least until this summer. So what you can do is work at your part-time job and be stocking away that money. Not all of it. Have fun. You're a senior, but stock away as much of it as you can. If you can, take on extra jobs during the weekend, during this upcoming summer. And the holidays are a great time to be picking up a little bit of extra time. You're probably living at home with your parents. You don't have a lot of expenses. So you can be saving a lot of this money. Get a $500 emergency fund. That's what Dave recommends for people your age and in your wage chunk, your wage bracket. Thank you. Thank you to the gods that reminded me of the word bracket. $500, and that's going to help you cover any expenses that come up during your first couple of semesters in college that you didn't plan for. So there's an extra fee you didn't know about, your car needs new tires, something. $500 is what you need in the bank, and don't touch that money. You need to save over that for your college. Now you can do this, and your college degree is going to be so much more wonderful if you pay for it in cash. Now I hope you're also going to keep working while you're in college. That I'm 1,000,000,000% certain that you can do, because at one point I had 5 jobs in college. I just spent all the money from them instead of saving it. I have many friends that worked their way through college and paid their way for school. So what you need to do is find out how much of your tuition you owe, and there's probably still time to apply for more scholarships as well. So definitely spend some time doing that, because free money is the best money on the planet. Figure out how much your tuition is, how much you're going to owe after any scholarships or grants you have, and then chop that down into how much you need to save per month, per week, and start stocking that away so that you can fund each semester of your college as you go. You won't regret it. And thank you so much for watching my channel. I wish I'd known what you were looking into. I wish I'd known what I know now and had the willingness to do it at your age. And I know I'm young and it feels weird when I say that, but I could be doing so many wonderful things right now if I didn't have all this student loan debt hanging over my head. So try not to take those out. I think you can do it without it. I know you can do it without it. Tons of people do. Thank you. All right. All right, almost done. Nija1 asks, how do I feel about coupon apps like Shopkick? If you guys enjoy Shopkick and all those other things where you like scan your receipts and you swag bucks and you do all this stuff, that's fantastic if it works for you. I have tried nearly every single one of those programs and never paid a dime. And I do use the Walmart Savings Catcher app when I remember. It's such small amounts, and I never want to be the person that says that small amounts don't add up. But the point of a lot of things like that, where you log on and you look for, it offers you deals on certain things, and the entire thing is designed to expose you to more advertising and get you to pay more money. Like, way smarter people than us, teams of people, spend millions of dollars, billions of dollars to investigate how to get you to spend more money. And I've found the more time I spend flipping through those apps and looking for a coupon for whatever, or bypassing all the ads, it makes you want to spend more money. So I just budget, and then I price match for my sales circular, and I'm done. It takes less time. If apps and all that other stuff work for you, that's fantastic. I'm so glad you're making money on it. I no longer have the time or energy or inclination to bother. So, alrighty. Amanda Dobbs says, I really enjoyed watching your channel grow. Thank you. I have too. What is your least favorite household task, Budget Girl? I hate scrubbing the tub and the shower. Amanda, I will trade you scrubbing the tub and the shower any day for my dishes. I hate doing dishes. Like, I abhor them with a fiery passion of 1,000 suns. Gross. There's food bits. And I know there aren't food bits if you wash them right away, but who wants to do that? You just ate. I don't know. I do stuff after I eat. I don't want to do the dishes. And I always get water all over myself. And it just sits there. I hate dishes. I hate dishes with a fiery passion. And I will know I have made it when I have a dishwasher. And I will have a dishwasher one day. Now, I don't mind loading dishes into the dishwasher, taking dishes out of the dishwasher. I actually love that. I've lived in one apartment where we had a dishwasher. And it wasn't for very long. It was kind of towards the end of a thing. But I miss that dishwasher. I miss that dishwasher like it was a beloved friend. Dishes. Dishes, I hate dishes. answer to your question. All right, and finally, second to last question. Gear Jammer TV says, will you come handle my finances and my money because I suck at it? Please, 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 please. I suck at it. 4 smiley faces. I'm so sorry, Gear Jammer. I cannot do your budget for you, but if you have any specific questions, I would be happy to answer them for you. Suck it up and do it. You're a grown man. I've seen your profile picture. You can do it. I believe in you. All right? And finally, my new car does have AC. All 43 people that asked me that. And yes, thanks to your very, very kind corrections, I have cleaned out my keyring, which, yes, I understand in the video on Wednesday, had like multiple tiers of rings and keys. In my defense, it had my old car keys and my new car keys and several things I didn't need, but I will see. I have 6 keys and my key fob and my baton, and it's very light now, and it's not gonna hurt my engine. And thank you all so much for worrying about me and my sweet new little car, which I have named Little Red, that you told me I needed to clean off my keyring right away. So I did. See, I love you. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this 30-minute video. I totally get why Dead and Dumb takes so long to answer their questions now. And that was just like a smattering. So if I did not get to your question and you have already left it, I have it. But you can remind me below if you want. If you have other questions, go ahead and leave them below. I will do another video in a week where I answer more until I run out or until we all get bored of this. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful time, and I hope you've enjoyed this week of videos. Tune in tomorrow for my very first giveaway. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, bye. Oh, that was exhausting. Come here, Rory. Come here. Let's take a nap now. Can we take a nap?